Hey ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Shorts. I am your host, Neil, joined as always by my brother from another mother, and your host, Derek.
Yeah.
And together we bring you another shortened version of the Senate podcast. Now remember to like, comment, share. Share is the most important word. Let us build this community. And yeah, let me get to it. What you got for me on this edition of the Senate Short?
I have a video from Kendra G, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Kendra G, her dating show normally gets a lot of women called name, but this particular caller is a gentleman. I want to be fair. In the interest of fairness and balance, you're going to show this guy he called in.
Hello? What's your name?
O'Shane.
Where you calling us from?
Jamaica.
How old are you?
44.
44? You look younger than 44. What do you do for a living?
I'm a mechanic engineer, but I'm incarcerated right now.
What right now?
Incarcerated.
You're in jail right now? So you're calling me from jail in Jamaica? Show me the bunks. I don't believe you're in jail. Show me that you're really in jail.
Don't tell me, don't flip the camera.
What did you do to get in jail?
They caught me with some ammunition.
They caught you with ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you get a phone in jail to call into the show?
You don't think you want to know that, Kendra?
Boy. We've covered something similar to this where a guy called from a halfway house.
My guy Nike.
But yeah, Nike. Yeah. Nike said he had some charges. He had some felonies, that he was trying to, do what he got, do the time for it, whatever. And he called into Kendra G. I wonder if we have now become such a society that just want clout or just want some sort of fame or recognition that we run the risk of putting that man in prison, Derek. That man should not have a cell phone in prison. And he is calling a show that has tens of thousands of people that watch it whenever it goes live. I mean, and then to me, I don't even think anymore that these people are going on these shows looking for love necessarily. I think they're just going to get the 5 minutes. And then you get the 5 minutes of fame and whatever. So my man, we name Trelawney, we name.
Ain't even sure.
Can't remember, right? But the man's an engineer or whatever. My man get hold with some munitions. If you are doing something you should not be doing, or you have something that you should not have, do not go in the public for all to see. You can't want clout that bad. You can't. Can you?
You can. You can. I'll tell you this, right, Neil? I believe, part he may want some clout, but what clout can do you in jail, right? I think my mom would be trying to actually line up a girl, right? And much like Nike, I do believe that our goodly friend from across the water there, so in Jamaica, he is of the belief, but hey, the God market for me. Some woman can see me and like me. And tell me up. I'll be willing to say, but me send some money for your phone or whatever. While in there, I will wait for him. And I'll tell you why I say this. Neil, we have another video. We're going to make this 2 in 1.
2 for the price of 1.
2 for the price of 1. So let's have a watch of this next video here. And you will see what I mean.
Yo, so I started to wonder right there, like genuinely wonder, why are you out here trying so hard? Why are you out here? Are you out here? Healing, Try to work for my body and my mind. Try to be a good man.
What?
This man went to jail, met a woman.
An extended period of that.
Right? They wrote letter back and forth for 10 years.
10 years.
My man get out, meet somebody else. And the woman went to be in a poly relationship with the two of them, so it's not the three of them. And I'm me and you that are law-abiding citizens.
Not like Gerard Butler, but law-abiding citizens, but
right, yeah.
Actual law-abiding citizens.
Yeah, man that try to do right and try to treat women a sort of way and try to be understanding. We would never broach the topic or the idea of a poly relationship. You know, shoot, the worst I think any of us would have ever gotten was probably a speeding ticket, maybe. You know, like we don't run afoul of the law, right? But here we have a gentleman, 10 years in prison. Man ain't got no law of money, and like, well, I know, you know what? Don't let me say that. The man might, I know what
I made an assumption.
Yeah, my fault. This is what I gotta say about it, right? That's why I've come to the conclusion that people want what they want here. People just follow the feelings to whatever they want. The death, damnation, whatever they want. You understand? If you want to go and date a man, if you want to give, I am not saying that not to give a man a second chance. I'm not saying if a man is in prison, you don't generally have a connection and a man don't form a bond with him. I ain't saying that. What I am saying is that being in prison has to be a red flag. Yeah. It
should be.
Yeah.
It
has to be a red flag. Right? It may be a bigger red flag or a smaller red flag depending on whatever, but
charges and the time. But
yeah, but it's a red flag. And then secondly, the man met somebody else.
And roll out and left you.
And I guarantee you did not broach that idea of being no poly, nothing. If you did, more power to you. If you didn't, that's another red flag. You fly out there and try on taking pictures, big steppers, I see you got there, right? Like, should I go to prison? Should I go to prison for a period of time and find true love? That's what I gotta do. Maybe I should be brazen enough to commit crime, do some jail time, go to prison, and maybe that would give some mystique or edge.
Some street cred.
Some street cred that I could come out now and say, not only do I want another woman, but I want you too. And I feel, you know, maybe in prison I could call into a dating show on my bunk, you know, before lights out. And I could say, you know what? I'm looking for love. I think maybe I think that we're doing it wrong. Because ladies, do you want a good man? Mention in the comments below. Do you want a good man, or, you know, I mean, we can't do that, but we look.
With prison pookie.
Yeah, we can't do that, but we look at this age. So maybe it's run afoul of the law, do some time and get the wrap up. And then we could come and say all sorts of foolishness there, and then we get through, find love, get married. Shoot, why wait till I get out of prison? Why get married in prison?
Well, you know, Monica actually heard that she was engaged to see murder, and he's in prison. A young lady, she's not engaged to R. Kelly of all people.
Man.
And he too is in prison for an extended period. So there may be some truth to what you were saying, Neil, in terms of getting your credit up, going to do a little bit and come back out. Well, you ain't even got to come back out, it seems. But you really got to wonder have you given up so much that you're willing to wait on a man who is in prison?
You know, people
you're really giving up on life that much.
People would tell you they give up on life. That's just how crap the dating pool is. That's just how the men are set up. That you got to look.
I refuse to believe, Neil. As you said, prison has to be a red flag. I refuse to believe that a man who has committed a felony and gone to prison for an extended period is somehow a man that you do not have access to is better than a man who is out here walking about. Unless you can tell me, at least you know where he is when night come.
But
that
remember
can be reasoning.
How the woman that write up in a writeaprisoner.com or something like that. You remember that? Yeah,
remember that? Yeah. So
A life.
That's the only advantage to having a man in prison. You know he is when they come. But guess what? You can't go up on a date. Then a going out. Then a this. Then a that.
And if he cheating on you,
guess how we cheated on you.
That's a life change. That's a lifestyle. That's a
lifestyle change.
Man,
that's a lifestyle adjustment.
You know what I'm saying? You can't get vexed with that if the man want to live his truth. And I know that this probably is a minority. This is probably an outlier or whatever, right? Women are seeking out these men or whatever. That's not the thing, right? But it really does hit in your belly as a man out here trying to do good. Try to live a certain sort of life and have a certain respect for people and women and stuff like that.
Yeah, we got it scrambling.
I can't imagine approaching him to my girlfriend. I want to be in a poly relationship. And I thought about not doing one day in prison.
But that's life. That's how it goes, you know. You see, there is the whole husband-son dynamic as well. We got a man that ain't got many options, can't do much. So because you got access to the finances and stuff, because you are not a felon, so now you could control him to a certain point. They obviously didn't work with this guy. He came out, he find somebody else, and he rolled off and left. She had to move back home at the end of the video, right? But there is that dynamic. It does exist. The husband, son. Research it, folks. This has been another Senate Short. Like, share, let us know in the comment section what you think about this one. Hit the notification bell to ensure that you do not miss any of the content we got coming for you. We're gonna see you guys again soon.
Locked up, the won't let me out.
It's a contaminated environment. And the tutu's about that.